Census 2011, we have called this briefing to update you on the establishment of new universities, one in the Northern Cape and one in Mpumalanga. I'm pleased to announce today the names of the new universities. Sol Plaatje University in the Northern Cape and the University of Mpumalanga.
A few moments later.
We are here at the port of Port Elizabeth in the Eastern Cape, where President Jacob Zuma will be inspecting the progress made in developing the marine transport infrastructure. The President unveiled part of Port Elizabeth Boothoist and Mvesotrang. The Mvesotrang was built in Durban with over 50% of South African materials contributing to job creation.
Operation Pakisa is one of the mechanisms we have put in place to implement the National Development Plan. I have great pleasure to announce that government has unlocked investments amounting to about 17 billion rand in the ocean economy, thanks to Operation Pakisa.
A 3.5 billion rand dam in its completion phase after 7 years. It will supply water to over 800,000 people and assist water-challenged mines. The Sekhukhune area produces over 40% of platinum in the country.
It's going to supply the industry, the mines, but also the communities. It's one that we could say is an example of the dams we have in the country. Because other dams are there and people around the dams don't have the water.
At last, clean drinking water in Bonwani village outside Giyani.
I am happy because we now have water. We used to go to the river to fetch water, but that has changed, and I am happy that the president is here.
This purification plant will ease water shortages in over 50 villages. Most families in the area rely on underground water.
We will continue to work with the district municipality and all local municipalities as well as other stakeholders to ensure that water is no longer a problem in this area eventually.
A few moments later.
Minister, how are you?
Residents say no development has taken place here and have complained about its deteriorating state. They say years of neglect have led to a near total collapse of infrastructure. A lack of clean water is a major problem. Today the community received a new school and a water reservoir. Zuma commended residents for raising challenges they face with his office and promised to fast-track development in rural communities.
Government has in fact invested billions to change Mzimkhulu, to make it a different kind of place. We should change the quality of life.
The Siyashlola program will be rolled out throughout the country.
Today is an important day as we reach another critical milestone in the infrastructure development program of our country. We are happy to join you to launch the Northern Corridor of the Metro Rail commercialized passenger train, which is fondly called People's Train.
Santa Zuma in a jovial mood. Former President Jacob Zuma forgot about his legal woes for a while to give back to his rural community. Zuma also used the Christmas party to educate while engaging and cracking jokes with the youth.
Curriculum vitae, isicelo somsebenzi.
The former president says he's working on establishing a college and a university in Nkandla. The institution, he says, will offer skills-related courses and have a pan-Africanist outlook and ideology.
A few moments later.
Labeled as one of the highlights of a post-democratic South Africa in this township, Zuma urged the people of Tanzania to use this library to empower themselves. He says it's now their responsibility to ensure that it's protected against vandals.
We urge you to protect this. Let no one come and take a window for his house. If you see anyone vandalizing it, report that to the police. This is for you and your children.
A housing project to celebrate the construction of more than 4 million houses has been unveiled at Vuindlela in Pietermaritzburg. President Jacob Zuma says government is committed to improving the lives of ordinary South Africans.
This is Vuindlela development project. It's been described as a milestone which is set to change the face of rural housing. It's a community cooperative which has employed thousands of people in the area. President Zuma was on hand to launch it. With this government project, we are committed to building better houses. This we will do in partnership with communities. This will ensure that we improve our lives.
A few moments later.
The president is unveiling 200 houses in Kanana Park today, following a visit to the Sweetwaters informal settlement, where he discovered residents living in appalling conditions. The house behind me is being handed over to an elderly man who has been waiting for his new home for more than 20 years. The Gauteng provincial government is currently busy with construction on more than 1,000 homes, which will be handed over to residents of Sweetwaters and its surrounding settlements. Govan Whittles, Eyewitness News, Kanana Park.
A fundraiser for needy students. It is held annually after the State of the Nation address. More than 25,000 of needy children have benefited.
If it's not evident yet, yes, I am a science student. A passionate earth science student who was given the opportunity by the Jacob Zuma RDP Education Trust to allow me to excel at one of the top 4 universities in South Africa, the University of Stellenbosch.
UCT fees are 120,000 per annum, which means over 5 years out of being over 600,000 in debt. So the trust has really aided me in achieving my dreams. The trust has really helped my family. I believe that investing in education is investing in the future of this country.
President Zuma set up the Jacob Zuma RDP Education Trust in 1995. He says education is key in developing any society.
A few moments later.
Now, as you might well know, President Zuma has been honored by the continent to chair the infrastructure development trajectory of the continent. Now, the continent did out of an informed realization of how South Africa, as led by President Zuma, has been able to change the infrastructure trajectory of our country and move it forward. And you look at the record that has been achieved, the infrastructure layout and development that has taken place in our country in recent years is second to none on the continent. It's second to none. And I think let us give due regard and respect where it is due. Where it is due, let us give it. And no, I think you better listen. you may want to condemn President Zuma for a whole number of things and so forth, but I think we should also focus on what our country has achieved. It has achieved a phenomenal amount of progress, and African leaders recognize that, they've seen that, and that is why they appointed President Zuma to be the champion, listen to this, the champion of infrastructure development on the continent. Yeah?